not a good sight. Just 6 minutes after scoring her first goal after a year off from maternity leave, she is down.
I will say that suffering an injury for me last year was a little bittersweet. My family and I were planning to be separated in 2 different states for 6 to 8 months out of the year, and I was planning to be traveling and gone and ready for the uphill battle of a tiresome season. But instead, I was at home with my family, you know, getting to tuck my kids in bed every night. My husband and I got to talk about how we saw our son's first steps together, where normally, you know, that'd be through FaceTime or through, you know, video recording. You never really get a lot of that, you know, family time. So it was bittersweet, you know, with the injury, being able to be at home so much last year. I didn't realize how encompassing it would be. You know, you can't turn off the parent switch. Obviously, with sending my kids home and then having them here, I do that a little bit. But when I've got the kids with me, it's like full-time mom. I'm completely responsible for feeding them, changing them, bathing them, getting them to and from places, and it's all on me. And I think I wasn't prepared that 2 people would be so demanding of me, but I do think that it's probably one of the greatest joys of my whole life. It is extreme, and my husband and I talk about this all the time. It's kind of like all or nothing. So when I don't have the kids here, you know, it's a lot more downtime, a lot more me time. And then when the kids do come, I'm basically a single parent, so I hit the ground running. It's all on me, and it's really hard, but we make it work because this is what we've set out to do. This was the sacrifice that we knew we wanted to make in order for me to play soccer and follow my, you know, soccer career dreams. One of my first years in the league when I had children and I was away from them, I thought to myself, okay, how am I going to busy my mind? How am I going to busy myself up so I don't have to think about how much I miss them? And I thought about if I start, you know, planning their birthday parties, maybe that would give me a sense of like doing something for them, but being away from them. So I just started getting into party planning, and it's been really fun. For Ryan's 3rd birthday party, I hired like a reptile handler to come to the house. They brought snakes and lizards, and it was very gross. It was very yucky, but the kids loved it. Last year, I threw a haunted house at my own home, through my home, which was super fun for all the neighborhood kids that came by. Just something that I enjoy doing that kind of gets my mind off of maybe the hustle and bustle of the daily life, and the boys have been very blessed with some fun birthday parties. And I'm probably the only one with 2 kids on the team. It makes me feel very old. I think the other day I said to my mom, I go, Mom, I'm old. She goes, yeah, you are. You're like the 10th oldest player in the league. And when I heard that, I was shocked. I was like almost mortified, you know, because soccer is all I know, and soccer is what I want to continue doing. And I don't ever want age to be like a limiting factor in my career. I feel very fortunate. I feel very proud that I was able to collect all these accolades. But I do think that once you get a little taste of winning, you don't ever want to go the other direction. You don't want to go to losing. So I think you only want it more and more. And I think that's where I'm at in my career, where I would love to win another NWSL championship this year. I would love to win more gold medals for our national team. I'm at a place where I don't want to quit yet. I gotta put aside the mom title and only be Amy Rodriguez on the field. It is funny to have kind of like a dual life or double life and a double identity, but it's what I do, and I think that I've done a good job at compartmentalizing that. Like a lot of my day is lighthearted, you know, with the kids, playful activities, fun stuff, laughing, and then when I'm on the field, it's, you know, I mean business and I'm serious, and then maybe any aggression that I have off the field with my kids, I can take it onto the field and take it out on some players. I love practice, like being able to go out there and touch the ball and play against people, like it's so joyful to me. I think that if you came out and watched me play, you would see that even though I can be intense during games, during practice, it's so fun for me. It's like a great release. I have so much fun doing it. I love being with my teammates. You know, it's just a lot of fun. Just because I wasn't on the soccer field doesn't mean that I was, you know, just hanging out on the couch. You know, it was day in and day out, so much work, more so than I thought it was going to be. But that's exactly what an injury requires, you know, 3 or so hours at PT every day for 9 months, just so I could come back here to the Utah Royals and be ready to play again.
1 year minus 2 days since her last action. She's ready to go, and the fans are ready to see her play. Rodriguez in.
I think the first time I stepped on the pitch for the Royals is when I had that moment. You know, I finally got to put the jersey on. I finally got to run out on the field and hear all the fans, you know, cheer my name and root me on. It did feel like, hey, I'm finally back. And I think that was a great feeling because when you're out and you're injured, you know, it's lonely, it's long, it feels like forever. And you always wonder to yourself, you know, am I going to return to be the player that I once was? Am I going to be able to run as fast? Can I kick the ball as hard? You know, will I ever be good again? And I was happy that when I put my jersey back on and I laced my cleats up, it felt like I was back again.
Amy away on a giveaway into the 18. Rodriguez wins it away from the keeper, rounds her and scores! Amy Rodriguez in the 54th, a truly golden goal!
I think that it had been so long since I last played, obviously with being out from pregnancies and then ACL injury. You know, it's hard to sit on the sidelines and watch my friends play and watch my teammates score goals, and you have that kind of that fear of missing out a little bit. I definitely felt in that moment when I scored my first goal for the Utah Royals, it just was, you know, a great relief, a great feeling, and just happy that I've come so far over the last, you know, year and a half since my injury that, you know, I can get back on the field and lace my cleats up again. All my eggs are in the soccer basket right now. All of my heart and soul is in this soccer career of mine, and I'm just gonna keep pushing till I can. I never thought this was gonna be my story. I don't think that I thought about what my story was gonna be. I feel like I've been so fortunate in my career, in my life, my marriage, where things have fallen into place. And thankfully I have a wonderful husband, a wonderful family who's so supportive. They've really enabled me to continue playing soccer, continue following my dreams, and I've been able to become a wife and a mom at the same time. So I feel like I'm very lucky.